Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Mary Scott Rita Lee's video blog. I'm Mary Scott. Now, excuse me for a minute. I am busy this morning. Got a couple emails to do. Please excuse me. I'm still waking up. So I took a nap last night after I got done with the things. I would have played my game, but my game time will be between 2 and 10 today. So in the meantime, I got an update for you all on stimulus, and I just saw Kimberly, a couple other people was posting. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. If shout out to Eliza Noka. So you hold on a sec. So you guys are wondering about the topic today. Well, I got a big doozy for you. A big doozy. Two big doozies. It all has to do with your stimulus checks. Sorry, I want to apologize. I was answering email. I know you guys come to see the stimulus updates, not for me to answer my email, but guess what? It's a real doozy. So, had a couple brews last night, took a nap and needed the nap. Not really doing too well health-wise. A lot of people are saying, I probably got cancer and I just don't know it. So, cheers to cancer, I guess. Right? I've lived a good life, but you guys are here for your stimulus check, not to hear me rant. Now, everyone who got paid today. People with Direct Express cards, I don't know anyone who on a bank account that got paid today. So, you guys ready for this update? Thank God we only have 3 people this morning. Usually with these updates, we have more. So, okay. Maybe the people are sleeping this morning. Me and Pee-wee had a theory, but I'll talk about that in the general chat in a bit, okay? So let's get to it, shall we? So, stimulus checks. Shout out to Kimberly, by the way. Thinking of you, girl. I know you said have a cold one. So, you ready for the news? So, first update from Yahoo this morning says, next batch of direct relief payments of $1.9 trillion will be going out this week. Remember that lady the other day who's tooting her horn that the IRS is just going to plop it into Direct Express cardholders? Well, that's what we're talking about this morning. It says, Treasury gave an update Monday. Today's Wednesday. Big picture. Some people see the money in their accounts early as provisional or pending deposits. Really, stay on top. Okay. Payments are in the largest economic relief, right? Making less than expect $1,400 to $2,800. So, right here it's saying, to get my payment tool, right? So, it says, and Americans who don't receive a direct deposit by 3/24. That's today, people. Pay attention here. We'll get the money via check or prepaid debit card. Throw your comments in the live chat because that's why we're here. So, you don't get a payment by today via direct deposit, which, by the way, that lady's like, oh, yeah, they're going to be putting with your other payments. Woot, woot. Really. The IRS basically took away the phone service because they don't know what the hell's happening. Now, let's talk about the IRS Get My Payment tool as well. So, this says here, big picture, 242 million. So again, Americans who don't receive that will get a paper check. There we go. So it says the IRS last Wednesday said it delivered 90 million payments and about 100 million. So far in 5 days, there's 100 million payments, right? 100 million payments. Here's where it comes in interesting. Monday, the IRS said it will deliver another batch of checks on March 24th. Pay attention, March 24th. You guys are going to love this. Although many of them will be paper checks. I checked my informed delivery this morning. I got junk mail. Or prepaid Visa cards. Again, junk mail. Will be mailed to recipients. Among those still waiting for payments are some Social Security recipients who have reached out to the Money Watch and other groups complaining, by the way, about where their money. The House and Way sent a letter to the IRS reporting delays of sending payments to. Pay attention here, everyone. Social Security veterans and railroad. So Social Security veterans and railroad get the fucking shaft of the stick this morning. I know some people say, oh, well, it's a potty mouth thing. But guess what? Think of it. Some of our most vulnerable seniors and persons with disabilities, including veterans who served our country with honor, are unable to pay for basic necessities while they wait for overdue payments, while everyone else, quote unquote, on SSI got their payments the 24th. Wow. So we're basically giving the SSI people who didn't earn their damn things money. Well, the fucking veterans get to go without. The ones, our own ones that fought for our own country. So, look, that doesn't mean that all eligible, pay attention here. I've been telling you guys this because you guys won't listen to me. Maybe now you will listen to me. Receive their payments in the first week, however, given the IRS will dispersing the funds in trenches or groups of payments over the next few weeks. Few cases, some people also see full delays for people who filed paper tax returns or people who payments on the most recent tax returns with the backed up processing. So they're saying that they're backed up to at least May 17th. So it says here by Sarah, whatever, U.S. Treasury Secretary mailed $100 million out, and that's it. And 1 year after the pandemic shut down the U.S. economy, millions of people continue to experience hardship. Millions, including disabled and retirees, unfortunately. To be sure, not everyone who's in line to receive a stimulus check has suffered income, is what they're saying. So this one's talking about everyone was talking about banks, right? So one's basically saying Chase gave all their money, Wells Fargo's not holding anyone and just fixed it, and then the track your payment says right here, and then right here it's talking about payment status not available. Another group. Okay, so it says here, track your payment. So it says if it works for you, basically your payment status is not available. Still need more information, or it doesn't work. So some people are getting the not available, which means it's a cop out for. It is literally broken. There you go. Oh, this just came out. A new one just came out. So this one, this is a new one, by the way, that just came out. It says the IRS specified when Social Security benefits and other people with Direct Express would get payments, or the finalizing of Direct Express payments, if any. Given that their federal payments go through direct deposit or direct express, they are perplexed over why the agency is taking too long to deliver the checks. So basically, they're saying that you might not, and all the lawmakers are delayed. You know. So look. So here's the deal. The delay in delivering stimulus payments to Social Security people with Direct Express and others who's waiting for assistance lawmakers on Monday. Today's Wednesday. The House and Ways, man, she's basically being noisy this morning, really annoying me. What is she doing this time? Oh yeah, she took a shit. That's why. Now she needs to freaking fill it up. She's trying to delay my stimulus thing. Sometimes I think she does this on purpose, so I can't hear myself. I mean, literally, hear that? Literally. Sometimes I think she does this on purpose, so I can't get my thing that makes so much noise. She knows noise bothers me at times because this is very important. She got her money, so I think truly she says, "Ah, fuck it," you know. Now, can I get down to it? Thank you. The delay in delivery stimulus payments, the Social Security recipients, and other government assistance drawn attention from lawmakers on Monday. House and Ways Committee wrote to the IRS Commissioner Chuck Rettig and so submitted the Social Security Administration Commissioner Andrew Salt to express concern to demand an update by Friday. Demand an update. 2 more days, people. We're also alarmed to learn that recently most Social Security Supplemental Security Railroad Board veterans who are not required to file tax return have not received their payments, and that the IRS is unable to provide an expected timeline for these payments. Lawmakers wrote to the letter. People, no, sorry. They added some of our most valuable seniors and persons with disabilities who, wait for overdue payments. They're saying that if you don't get a direct express payment right here, then expect a paper check or a prepaid Visa card in the coming months. So this is why I got on this morning, because it's now apparent by the news articles they're giving us. The IRS has prioritized that anyone who had filed either 2019, 2020 taxes come first. So say that, remember the SSI people freaking threw a crap fit, okay? So the IRS payment tool's not working. They're like, oh, well, just keep looking in your mailbox. This is what the article's saying. See, this is why people don't pay attention. They're just like, oh, yeah, I got my money on SSI. Fuck you all. I'm going buying a TV. And then people call me a bigot. And then I tell you, time and time again, they're trying to find a way to screw you over. And then no one wants to fucking listen. Good morning, Chris. What's really infuriating me and others, here's another truth. There is anyone who has direct deposit information, like Direct Express, right? IRS, can't get an answer at IRS or Social Security. That's because they don't want to give your cut. This lady here was talking about her cousin being disabled and they can't get a payment. So everyone out there in the country can't get a freaking payment. Look at this. This is the big news this morning on my news feed. I got a lot of articles. This just takes the taco, people. Does anyone here want to? Does anyone want to debate this? I mean, look, the IRS is basically dangling a carrot out there. They're not going to answer any questions. Look at this. You guys sit there, right? You come to me and you're like, way to go, Rita. Your video's great. You're awesome. You're cool. You're awesome. You're cool. You're awesome. You're cool, right? And yet, no one out there in their rules knows what the hell's going on. Literally, I got up this morning, looked at the news flash, and said, oh my God, this is newsworthy. I even tried to tell Chloe, but, Chloe's more set on going to the store and spending money this morning than anything. And she said, oh, I got to be up at like 8 to get, or on the ferry at 8. I'm taking the 8 o'clock. Well, I took a nap, so I figured, okay, she's going to get a shower. Said she was on her game all night. Then, my thing was, this morning I got up. I'm having morning coffee with you guys. And bam, they basically let this out of the bag this morning. Whoops. We gave everyone on SSI $3 or $4 million payments on Direct Express, but the other 30 million can go fuck themselves. Yeah, that's how it seems, everyone. Now, I'm hoping Kimberly, who basically is watching my yesterday's edition, she left me a comment this morning about see, and this is why I get pissed off. Okay, one of the reasons, right? Let me tell you, one of the reasons. It's not a puzzle, basically. You know why it's not a puzzle, Chris? I'll tell you why. Because lovely people like you, Chris, think it's a puzzle. It's not a puzzle. You know what it is? You're thinking of it, it's too complicated. It's not complicated. What it is the fucking IRS and the fucking elderly, right? You want me to explain it to you, Chris, or are you just going to sit there and say, it's a puzzle? I can explain it to you, but you might not like my answer. Because so far, let me ask you one question for me before I ask your question. How accurate have I been so far? In your opinion, 70%, 40%? I'd like to hear it. Excuse me for 1 second. I got to do this. I know I'm not selfieing me. All right, so whatever. All right, so here you go. Remember what I told you and the rest of you guys that the reason you're not getting a payment is because the government doesn't want to give it to you. They found a way around it by delaying it. But this is worse than I thought, So, anyways, it goes like this, okay? Basically, the answer you might not like. There we go. Select this. So I sent out a couple pictures real quick to my cousin Dinky, making sure she doesn't get angry with me. And the dog looks cute. So I'll show you what my dog's doing, okay? I took a picture of it. So if you guys want to see, I'll show you real quick. All right, so, there we go. So basically, I took a picture of this. You guys can see that's Moppy right now. He's got his cone on and he's laying on my bed. I just couldn't help myself but take a picture, okay? So, I know you're here about stimulus checks. It's not my dog. Sorry. So basically, hold on, let me regroup for a second. So basically, what they're doing, right, is they decided because that the elderly, Chris, anyone watching this, the elderly and the other payments aren't worthy of spending it. They're not going to spend it. So basically, what they're doing is they're going out and they found a way to screw it over. They're like, look, we're going to screw you guys over. You basically, look what they're doing. Look what they're doing. The most vulnerable people aren't getting help. The most vulnerable people aren't getting help. Why? It's people like me, they're letting it out of the bag that there's other people spending it foolishly and then going out and getting advocacy. Look, if the fucking government is giving billions of dollars for Windows and billions of dollars for all these free programs, right, cell phones and internet stuff, then the Republicans, who, by the way, are found a backdoor to stalling us. Remember, the first priority of Joseph Biden's administration was a stimulus check, right? Right? So, who better than not to let them know how to run things? Previous administration, right? So the other problem is this. Let me say the big enchilada here, Chris. The big taco. The big Supermondo burrito. The voters. How many voters, Chris? Okay, just pay attention because I'm not going to ask you your political affiliation. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat, but this has to ask a question. How many, and I'm going to ask you this because I got to check something real quick, online. How many retirees, how many disabled people, how many people on veterans and railroad, SSI and disabled people, the whole six doles, how many of them voted for Trump and how many voted for Biden? Think about it for a minute. Give me your answer. Anyone? Think of it. How many elderly veterans and railroad people, elderly meaning direct express card holders or elderly or whatever are doing it, right? I can also tell you another story too that might just piss you off to no end. But, you can believe it or you can't believe it. It's up to you. But, I'm just still in front of the camera. I'm just checking Direct Express real quick. Or not, Direct Express real quick. Gonna check Direct Express this morning. I'm also checking my comments real quick. And then I'm checking Direct Express. I checked it on the app this morning. We're 12 hours out from it rolling over to a new day. So, I thought I would share that with you all. So, Kimberly Tucker says, "Got to laugh to keep from flipping out." Elisa Noka says that's definitely an admiral's log. Yes, it is. Elisa, the separation of the sheep and the goats. So she was watching this 2 hours ago. Good morning, Elisa. If you see this. Rachel Ingram says, "Good morning." One says, "Waiting with you. What's your bird's name?" My mom doesn't have birds. This isn't a bird. Why does everyone think this little Hoffenpfeffer here is a bird? Okay. So, anyone have any answers? I'm just checking still. I just got some new comments, by the way, so I'm checking. This is not a bird, by the way. If you need to know, does a bird have legs and walks on the bottom of a bird cage? No, this is a rabbit. So just to answer your question, I'm going to answer that one real quick. So, some people sit there and say, well, so, and then one guy, they said, "Let's laid." One guy who's a veteran says, so, definitely an admiral's log. Yeah, okay. Well, basically the joke goes, okay, Aliza Noka likes my humor to a point. So the joke goes, okay, for the thing, the toilet got clogged. Okay, toilet's getting clogged because we're using different paper. Plus, toilet's semi-broken. So because of it, we have to use a bucket to drain. Great living situation, right? So anyways, I live in a place where it's broken. Fortunately, Chloe won't let the repairman in and fix it because she's too paranoid. So because of it, last night I made a joke about Admiral's log. That's definitely an Admiral's log. The old joke is Captain Spock and Bones are looking in the toilet, right? And right off the bridge, there's the thing that says bathroom, and inside the guy, he's got a plunger, right? And it's a regular toilet. And Spock says that's definitely an admiral's or a captain's log, meaning instead of a cat, So with me, that's definitely an admiral's log. It was pretty much so. Anyways, does anyone here have anything to say this morning? Because this is great. I mean, I've already explained paper checks so far, why you guys aren't getting them so far, and yet no one's even watching and commenting. This is great. I'm loving it this morning. I mean, I don't have to answer many people this morning. I can have my coffee and whistle Dixie all the way to 1 o'clock, or until God sends a big old thunderbolt down my skull. Come on, there's a little humor from my cartoon president. Look, if you look at it that way, okay, I'm as I said, how many of you who are going to comment later in my videos, who's going to watch this video, who's going to literally watch this video this morning, realize Paper checks are coming. That's it. There's only two options left on the table. And Tweedledee, who basically tooted her, I get a stimulus, everyone's getting it direct deposited, unknowing, no, pending, right? Direct Express took away that message, took it away. Now there's nothing pending. However, I can call Direct Express for we all, which probably be fucking useless and terrorizing us because, as you all know, Direct Express is kind of wonky on this phone, so no one's typing in chat this morning. It's too early for them. Think of it this way, Chris. You're the only one, brother. Take advantage of it, man, because 8 people are tuning in this morning. Only 8. Apparently, Pee-wee's theory last night came true. You gotta thank Pee-wee on that one too, man. So Pee-wee's theory, hold on a sec. So Pee-wee's theory was right.
Direct Express. Enter the last 4 digits of your card number.
Come on, you son of a bitch.
We did not receive your...
Damn fucking son of a bitch. You know why you're unable? It's because this fucking thingy is fucking always fucking up. Too much fucking grease. Secret is not to get water on the fucking inside. Then when you're done, right, you fucking dry it off as fast as possible, and then it works. Usually. If it doesn't work, you're screwed. Fine. Yeah, no point. It's point of going out today. So anyways, let me tell you what the point is, okay? So the point is Direct Express ain't working, right? This phone, of course, I just lightly tap to clean it because it's got too many scratches and the screen's failing, I think. So every time I try to use it, is Direct Express actually up on this? No. So basically what I'm going to do is, you guys probably won't hear it, but I still run it through the Skype real quick, everyone, through its microphone. Or, see, he's a bunny. All right, someone asked me, what's your name of your bird? His name's Ebony, and he's very angry right now. That's why he's tossing logs around, aren't you? Come here. This is the answer to your dog wants attention. Okay, so let's try this again. All right. No. Great. Another damn problem this morning. Fine. There. Hold on a sec. I'm just checking for some. So, 81 cents. All right. So the deposit, hold on. Good. I can skip it all. So, no pending deposit. There you go. So we know now that there's nothing pending this morning. I didn't check this morning. I checked the app and it said nothing pending. So, I'm still new to the app, so I don't know. But there's the answer. So, nothing pending. No one else is chatting and type. That's the thing. We got 13 people. No one wants to reply this morning, Chris. So, to me, that's great news. People are starting to realize that there's something coming from the government. We said it last night, but you know what? Everyone's like tooting and hollering and tooting their horns that some people got their pendings today. Let me ask you, everyone who's tuned in this morning. You can blame the elderlies for voting against Trump. This is their way of getting even on their way out the door, basically. Whoever's running things doesn't care about the elderly. They don't care if our own sister or extended family member here doesn't have a refrigerator. They don't give a shit. I mean, literally, look, 4 million people got their payments today, not including bank accounts. The rest, they're basically plastering it all over this morning. Like I said, 4 different articles this morning when I got up from my nap. Nap, mind you. All said the same fucking thing. Paper checks coming. If you don't get paid today, that was the entire play on words, except paper checks or Visa cards. And then in the same article, it says Direct Express users might not get an answer from IRS or Social Security. The House and Ways Means Committee, the ones that's helping manage this funds through the finance committees, said, and I quote, we need an update by Friday for both departments. You think they're going to give an update? No, they're like, you voted for Trump, fuck you. That's the way it's looking now. More and more it looks like that. If you're a Trumper, you're going to be fucking screwed, I tell you. They don't care. So before you guys sit there and say, yay, is this, I do got something else to tell you. It's going to royally piss you off this morning. To who's commenting. Good morning, Kimberly. I was just talking about you. No, it's you, right, girl? The one that needs a refrigerator? Anyways, bad news for us this morning, hun. Seems if we don't get money by the 24th of March, man, we should be checking our mailboxes for paper checks and prepaid Visa cards. So I want to share a story with you, okay? I live on an island. You guys know this by now. The mail service ain't reliable, so if there was any paper checks, they might just throw them out to be assholes, to punish people. Hello, like you said, nothing. Just got back from Packy. Packy? Who's Packy? They don't care less. Well, yeah. Well, there's more to this, right? I got another story for you all this morning. Another article came in on stimulus checks. All right, another article. You might want to get in touch to your representatives and your Congress too, because I heard it through the grapevine this morning. That's really liquor store. Well, yeah, I'd say you need some grog. Anyways, let me tell you guys this story. I don't want to piss off anyone, so don't accuse me of this, okay? But let me tell you a story. Rumor has it going around, and it wouldn't surprise me that the rumors are going around now, which I've seen about different places. I can't confirm this, but I've heard this vocally through members of my own representative teams and others. Another reason why they're delaying your elderly direct express stimulus checks, pay attention, everyone, because I don't want to say this once. Chris, Kimberly, you may add your input to it. I will use the little bathroom in a second, okay? But I want your guys' input. The reason they're delaying your money is, one, they think everyone's gonna quote unquote hoard it, so the hell with them. Two is they're not spending it stimulating their favorite stores or restaurants, so the hell with them. And three is a big one, which is a new article coming out, that they want to delay the elderly and the disabled, which wouldn't surprise me. This is coming directly from representatives, I can't tell you. So, you might want to contact your representative, but this is big. I want everyone to know this here on this channel, that the transgendered people are having their sex changes paid out of the money that the IRS is supposed to be giving to us. Basically, we might get a paper check in 6 months to a year, if then. But in the meantime, we got to give a little Joey a sex change, or a little Tommy, or a little Megan one to be a boy. So think about that. Your tax dollars, all that tax money is going for sex changes. That's the latest going around because no one's seeing their money. And they don't get it the 24th and the IRS web portal is not working. That's the other thing. The other problem is the transgender people are supposedly taking your money now, which they need it more because they're more entitled than a mom and pop who's paid their taxes. The other story is the IRS portal's not working due to the fact that they don't want to pay us. Think about it. The portal ain't working, and they update it once a day, and they're backlogged till May. This is their ticket out to screw you over. Literally to screw you over. Let me see what's going on. Oh, well, I got still nothing. Well, welcome to the club, Pretty Doll. We were just talking about what's going on right now. So, if you didn't know, they're trying to screw you around by giving. And by the way, there's another reason why you got to look at the sex change thing, too, because they need the money to pay for them. But the truth is, if you want to get technical, the reason they're delaying everything and trying to send papers out, they want the money to be disappearing. They literally want that money to go bye-bye. From what I understand from my own connections, they claim that 50% of the American people, more likely 80% of the American people's, get my payment status doesn't work. They're just, so there's 400 million people, give or take, right? 350 to 400. Let's just say it's close to 400, right? 400 million people. The American people, 400 million people, they consume resources faster and faster, and the country's failing, right? So you guys are saying, well, what's that mean for my stimulus? Well, I'm telling you. Basically, what it means is the IRS, because they just basically threw a bone out there and said May 17th the tax deadline to file. That means they could stretch out your payments as long as possible. So, say, for example, a month goes down the road, right? And they don't pay anyone on veterans. And they're like, whoops, well, there's a paper check, right? You see, well, let me put it to this way, everyone. He's tuned in nicely this morning. There's 19 people now, right? They're doing the old, watch the birdie in this hand while they do this hand. Or watch the birdie here while they're doing the other hand, right? Now, you guys could sit there and say, well, what's it to me, right? So, all right. So, anyways, what's the deal, right? Well, there you have it. That's the deal, right? So basically, Chloe, of course, she's upset, about everyone's not getting it. Well, their idea is you know the old thing in the you remember the old joke, right? Checks in the mail, right? Well, the IRS doesn't want to pay the elderly because they just saw every elderly, or 90% of them, 95% of them, actually, I think it's like 98% of the elderly, like my grandparents, didn't spend the fucking money in the last 3 stimulus. They're just sitting there on it. They're not spending it. And then that's including survivorists, right? Survivors. My father, Poppy's the same way. Okay, that leaves Veterans Railroad, who's waiting. They aren't now giving any guarantees of railroad and veterans. They say, look at Ghost. Ghost was just saying yesterday, and I'd be bitching too. Well, look at I serve my country. It doesn't mean shit. Well, that's why you shouldn't serve your country anymore. You shouldn't even do it. The military basically fails, and the understratus, I would basically allow the military to fail due to the fact that they don't take care of their veterans. If everyone basically said, we're not joining, you treat your veterans like shit, and the veterans prove it, there'd be what are they going to do? Mandatory drafts because they have to? Yeah. Think of it. This country's trying to go totalitarian, right? They're trying to get rid of the elderly. They think you guys are worthless eaters, right? So there's a couple questions out there I know you guys are asking. I'm trying to get the answers, but think of it. They basically turned around, right? If there's no direct deposits today, the 24th, expect a paper check or a Visa card. But what if every week you guys sit here and every week we're doing a YouTube channel and you got someone like Twinkle Toes going, oh, yeah, I got the money. We're going to get a fourth stimulus. I'm going to tackle the fourth stimulus. I'm going to tackle this. Meanwhile, you and I are tackling the third one by going, where is it? You see, what they're doing is they're screwing over the people. The elderly hoard their money and we get the fucking blame for it. The disabled go hog wild and spend it on, stimulate the economy. But you know why they're talking for stimulus? Because the elderly fucking hoarded the first one. So if they could cut out the elderly and the survivors, the survival benefiters, and just give it to the only SSI people and disabled insurance, that'd be fine. It's stimulating the economy. Hell, they'd take the veterans too, because they don't want anyone hoarding the damn fucking money. That's the problem. Fucking hoarders. That's the real problem, the hoarders. The second thing is the government. I've heard rumors going around also, and they're basically basing on your stockpile. So if you're loaded up to the gill and you can get through the next 6 months, why fucking get anything? Well, I still broke. What happened? I already explaining it pretty dull. Basically, what's happening is if you don't get paid today, and I'm only saying this again, this is Direct Express related. If you didn't get your money today and your card number's not 5115 and your card's 5332, the IRS forced the Direct Express to remove the payment because they had something coming. They left it up for 4 or 5 days, and now rumor has it going around the internet that we are going to be getting a paper check, supposedly. But just remember what I said. They're going to be using the checks in the mail card while you wait 6 months, and then they'll say Direct Express Visa cards in the mail. And then when not everyone gets paid, they're going to turn around and say, look, you don't qualify for whatever fucking reason, you know. You look, the Ways and Means Kimberly, the Ways and Means Committee demanded a date for an update. Did you read the articles I read this morning? Did you read the articles where the Ways and Means Committee demanded an update from IRS and Social Security Administration's Saul, basically saying, look, we want an update of when the people are getting paid. They're not going to do it. That's the thing. You know what? They're not going to do it. I'll tell you what they're doing. They're sitting on it because of two reasons. One, they don't want to give us a dime. So fuck them. They're getting food stamps and everything else. Two is someone in the damn department's fucking screwing us over. You vote for Biden, you get fucked. Or you vote for Trump, you get fucked. Any way you look at it, they're basically handpicking who voted for who. This could be a thing where you look at the ballot and says, oh, these people voted Trump, fuck them. And the rest of them, oh, these ones voted Biden, but we can't just play favorites, so they're just keeping it out, you know, no one knows. Yeah, well, you know, my point is, Kimberly, I'm not trying to be rude here, is I've read 4+ articles today all saying it's either paper checks going out or Visa cards, but the real truth of the matter, sweetheart, is they're not paying. They're not going to give a shit. Basically, what they did is they stalled it. They couldn't stall SSI, so they plunked the SSI people because too many fuckers out there, no offense to anyone listening or watching this, who's on SSI, these freeloading bastards basically got their money. And now they're dangling a carrot under our nose while everyone else is saying, oh, we're going to get our payments at Direct Express and we're going to get it put in the bank account. This one lady said this. She literally came here and stated that it would go directly into the bank. And I said, no, it's got a PIN first. She said, no. Well, where is that? Where's your faith in her now? She's got her payment today. She took her freaking payee or caretaker's payment too. She's a payee for someone. But guess what? Praise the Lord. We get no money because she said it's pending. Really? Now they're turning around and saying paper checks, Visa cards. Or not, you don't qualify at all. You might owe taxes and they just don't want to tell you about it. Look, you want to know what I said? The rumors are going through the Republican Senate, okay? Pretty all. The Republican Senate, sweetheart, turned around and is basically saying the reason that the elderly and the disabled, pay attention, I'm only going to say this one. The rumors going around right now in the other areas is the LGBTQIA people, mostly the sex changers, as they're calling it, are taking their money. The government, like Biden, is taking the stimulus money for the other people that's supposed to be. There's approximately billions of dollars that's going to be going directly to pay for sex changes. That's what's going on right now. This is one of the things going on that I've heard about. Basically, I'm just sitting here telling you, the people are saying anyone who's transgendered under the transgender umbrella, things are going out now that the people, the elderly, the disabled, the veterans, the railroaders that aren't getting the payment, it's going to be getting out soon. Okay, the thing is, they're going to be basically throwing this out on the wire soon. That's going to say, pretty doll, your money's being delayed to pay for sex changes. You know how that's going to fucking make the government? I mean, literally, look at it from my perspective. Basically, they can't get their measly 1,400, but all that money's being pooled to pay for sex changes, and it's going to be going out the wire. I mean, literally, I have high friends in high places, and they're saying when it goes out, this is just going to basically blow away everyone's mind. And this is another tactic, by the way. Well, you sit there and you say, watch the birdie here, you're going to do this, or watch the birdie there, or do this, or watch the birdie here and do that. You see where I'm going with this? It's basically a diversion tactic. Remember, I hold the title Fleet Admiral, right? So tactically, they're going to basically throw it out there. If they can't use transgender, they're going to use something else. Oh, your money went to a foreign country. I mean, look, they're going to do anything they can not to fucking pay you until the cutoff date and then say, whoops, that extra money is ours. So I'm not trying to be rude to anyone, pretty doll. I don't mean to be rude. If you basically want to sit there and say, wow, this is a tactic they're using. I mean, literally, they're going to use any and all means not to pay anyone. And yes, I'm broke as fuck too, or I'm I got it broke at my ass is broke. I'm one broke mofo. Anyways, I had to throw that in there. No, I'm surprised. Yeah, I mean, they're going to do anything they can. Think about it. Think about it. I want you to think about this for a minute, pretty doll, okay? I'm here to give concrete facts, okay? Do you see anyone out there trying to tackle the direct express problem? Are you seeing anyone out there going, oh, yeah, I got my money. Oh, well, you guys, fuck you. You're getting a paper. No, I basically read 4 articles this morning. One of it stated, or actually 4 of them stated, if there's no money today, paper checks or Visa cards. That's a cop out for, fuck you, you're not getting anything. And the IRS website's not working. Then on top of that, my people that contact me said, that's the rumor going around, the delay stimulus. They're going to say, they're going to throw that out there. Biden wants to cover sex changes over paying elderly. They figure elderly would die, so why funnel the money into the elderly? Or, some of these elderly don't need the money because basically in the banks, people that had banks, I mean, look, let me tell you the story. So you all are on the same page. Well, as well as I do, the government's going to be starting to pay for it again. So technically, they don't care. They're going to use that to their bottom. And by the way, pretty doll, I don't know if you're transgendered or not, but if you are, no offense, but I'm going to tell you something to be very careful. You're transgendered, be careful. If you don't pass, be careful. If you pass, be careful. In the next 20 years, there might be a slaughter probably of transgender people only because of hate crimes. Transgendered women want to be accepted. Men want to basically be macho and they don't want some inverted penis. 2, the other problem is they're getting in their head that the taxpayers are paying for these so-called sex changes. And because of it, that might just flip the votes Republican in the next election. And this is what they're doing. They're turning the taxpayers the taxpayers against one another. So one taxpayer is Democrat and don't mind transgendered health care. There might be 10 Republicans that say not on my watch, and next it might flip. I mean, literally. And also, let me ask you this. If the Republicans are trying to get back the Senate and the House. Do you really think, honestly, people, they wouldn't stoop this low to take your money, away from you? Oh, you voted for Biden? Fuck you. That's what they could say secretly. Who gets screwed over? We do. So, anyone have any questions? Because this video has gone long enough. I mean, literally, you got Kimberly who came back from the liquor store. Enjoy. You got Baby Doll who's Pretty Doll, basically, it's, Well, maybe, Kimberly, but the question is, do you really think, let me ask you a couple questions, okay, on this argument, okay? Let's say we're having a debate. How many Republicans out there, Kimberly, honestly, do you know that wants to support socialism? How many Republicans out there believe in the Bible? How many Republicans out there, Kimberly, believe that to get ahead, you must earn your keep? How many Republicans out there believe social medicine shouldn't be like free sex changes, right? So to you, I like your idea. Unfortunately, the Republicans will do everything to stall it. Republicans, let's just put it this way, okay? If the Republicans can't get back the House and Senate, they're going to screw over the people to make it diversions and divisions in the country. Look what they did. You know it, and I know it. You need a refrigerator. They just told you to fuck off. And I have something else to say in a minute. But then, you got the Democrats that say it's okay to have same-sex marriages. Republicans say no. That's against it's against God. The Bible says it. So it's got to be infallible. Remember, I'm ordained. Then you got the other people, honey, that turn around and say sex changes are wrong. It's infallible. Man should not be lying with a man as he lies with a woman and blah, 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 blah. So again, Republicans rhetorics. Eventually, the Republicans are going to get control of this place, and when they do, they're going to make some serious changes, and it's not going to be good. And the way they're doing it is within right now, and the way they're doing it is, you voted for Biden, fuck you, you ain't getting a dime. And plain and simple. Well, that's how I see it. But honestly, these are only a couple theories I have. Okay, now the sex change thing, I heard it from someone high enough up in the U.S. government. Won't say who. I always keep their name quiet, but they're the ones giving me the intel briefings because the truth needs to get out there, and because there's a small enough support base. The people need to realize that that shit's gonna hit the fan soon. Literally. And by the way, Kimberly, as I said with Trish yesterday, I think it was Trish, Pee-wee, that when shit hits the fan, they're trying to kill off the elderly because the elderly are worthless eaters. You get rid of grandma and grandpa that's 95 years old, that would be more money to go to someone else and not someone who's not spending it all. Now, there's one other thing I do want to say to you all, and then I'm opening up the chats for debates. Well, yeah, I mean, I can't complain there. Honestly, Kimberly, I will debate with you there. I can't complain. I mean, look, first stimulus took 34 days. You got to expect the first round was that. Then it took 8 months for the second one for 600, right? We were worth 600 for the second one, right? Third one goes out. And by the way, I have a couple questions for all of you out here tuning in this morning to the Rita channel for stimulus. Has anyone realized that the fucking stimulus checks, some of the people on Chime, Western Union, MoneyGram, MetaBank, American Express, Green Dot, PayPal, 8 of those got their tax refunds, and 8 of those groups got stimulus money within 24 hours of bill being signed, and then all the way up to the 17th one. Another 90 million people got paid. 90 million, by the way, pay attention here. Over 100 million 110 million people or something got paid, right? 101 million. Let's just say 101 million people got paid so far. Stimulus. And today, 4 more million. So 105 million people got paid already, right? Give or take, right? We're not telling us the numbers. And yet, the rest of us get payment not available. That means they're not going to give us payment, or they're going to fucking screw it over. As long as that payment status ain't working, and these blow-offs, basically, these jack-offs, basically turn around and say, look at that one lady. My IRS tells me my cousin works there. We're going to get our payments, and then you guys get your payments afterwards, going right into Direct Express. Really? That's fucking funny because they posted the message so they don't get bogged down. Really? Let me just tell you, the IRS basically is being bogged down. Literally, they're getting called right now. Their call center is being fucking flooded. Fucking Direct Express call center is being flooded. And Social Security. Why? No agency's talking to the other one. The right hand ain't talking to the left and vice versa because where's your money? Your money in around. How come you don't got any money? Your money in around. Why? Because they don't want to pay you. There's 2 reasons. Like I said, you're elderly or you're disabled. You're going to hoard the money and buy stimulus supplies to get you through to March, September, whatever they want you to be dead. 2, if you're not going to invest in useless crap, then they don't want you to have the money. They know that, and that basically bases it off of the big experiment. Do you want to hear the big experiment? I'll tell you. Oh yeah, exactly. I agree with both you and Pretty Doll. There was no secrets. They gave us dates. They gave it within 9 days. Now, pay attention, everyone. So, as of hold on, today's the 24th. So 13 days ago. So tomorrow will be yeah. So tomorrow, the 25th, everyone will be 2 weeks. 2 weeks, no stimulus. And yet they're now saying paper checks, which can take months. Which, by the way, I checked my Direct Express mail or my USPS mailbox this morning. By the way, I have informed delivery. If you have never seen it, basically it takes a screen capture of what's in your mailbox and emails you, so you can just go to your mailbox when you're ready. So that's how I emailed my apartment manager and said, "What's this?" And she said, "Oh, it's a letter." Oh, which reminds me, it was like a receipt. So Smart Creation. So they're asking me about creation. Then they're trying to sell me Verizon. And then that's it. So I got 2 ads. So 2 freaking ads. No stimulus checks, you see? Oh, yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Well, the thing is I thought you were agreeing with Kimberly. That's Kimberly posted. Kimberly's right, by the way, baby doll. The Trump administration was, as some say, it was good for something, stimulus checks. Unfortunately, we're not getting it, honey. We're basically fucking screwed. I mean, literally, there's people out there. Okay, now here's the main big experiment. Okay, I'm gonna drink this, do a dip in a second, but I want you to think about this for a minute. I want you to actually think for a second. Why aren't you getting stimulus? Ask yourself that. And then I'm going to answer you. And then I will go to the bathroom. And then when I come back, won't take long. Maybe you guys have an answer to it. Why aren't you getting stimulus? Well, let me ask another question. Use the bathroom, and I'll give you my answer. Okay. So, first question is why aren't you getting a stimulus? And what do you think the government is literally doing with your money? You can answer anything. You can answer the rumor sex change, or you can answer whatever. I mean, literally, you can answer whatever. They don't want to give it to you, whatever. And then I'll give you the big experiment of the reason. And you might surprise you. The main reason it'll surprise you. Shit to fucking everyone else. I take your I call. Thank God I have an appointment today. I'll have to stand. All right, sorry about that. So Chloe was going to sleep. See, Chloe was gonna go shopping today, right? She had all these plans to go out and do her shopping and do all this stuff, right? And I said, why? You're gonna fucking waste your money, and the taxpayers has got to pay for it. I said, you get your money and you go. First thing you do is you buy tobacco, which she keeps stealing my tobacco. That's fine, but the beer was just and anyways, the beer is the beer, right? So the story goes that she turns around and today's like, I'm gonna take a shower, and get up and go at 8, right? Well, it's 11, right? So I said, what happened? Oh, well, I took a nap and I was on the game. But truthfully, she was up till like 9 in the morning, right? She's been up all night and she's trying to run on fumes. And yet she's like, oh, I'm going to go to sleep now. I won't be up till 9. Good for you. I don't care. Just leave me the fuck alone, right? This is her way of saying, I'm sleeping. You can't get a maid service, which reminds me I need to contact the advocate about that service again. But I need to let them know, even if I wanted to hire a maid, I can't because my money was planned for my stimulus check was planned for a maid. Now, before you guys get into the technicalities, I'm ready to answer the big experiment question. Are you guys ready to listen? Because you guys might be angry as hell. The reason they're not also paying for it is simple. The government has links to all your bank accounts around the country and the world. So if the World Bank is turning around and helping finance the stimulus check, which they damn well please, and China is, where do you think they're watching your bank account? Let me put it to you this way. Have anyone ever heard of the social ratings? This is part of the big experiment. Let me tell you the social ratings. I'll tell you all about it soon. Getting vax, I-vax? What do you mean, I-vax? I think you just a drink because, frankly, that doesn't make sense, And anyway, since you guys are basically sitting there, and doesn't make sense, I'm gonna email someone real quick. I got an email. What's her name? Can't even remember her name. I've talked to her so long. So I just emailed one of my advocates I haven't talked to in a while. The other advocate hasn't emailed me yet either. She got her stimulus already, but she's one of the advocates. One advocate, I won't give names, basically decided to tell me about that pot story. The other advocate is bailing people out now that they got their stimulus. They're still spending it foolishly, mostly off island, and then coming back late so they don't have to show what they bought people. No, it's not about it's not about vaccines, Kimberly, sweetie. It's about bank accounts. Now you can sit there and say, "How's this apply to bank accounts?" Think about it, honey. Think about it for a second. Let me ask you a question. You have Direct Express, do you not? If you have Direct Express like me, what does Direct Express usually do? They send reports to the fucking government. You could say big deal. It is when they basically turn around and do this. Let me give you an example, right? Government knows everything. They turn around and they go, shh. Kimberly's bought a refrigerator over, and they're like, okay, it's needed, right? What if you're the government, Kimberly, or Pretty Doll, or Chris, and you see me? First stimulus, supplies. Second stimulus, supplies, right? Third stimulus, where's it going to go? To survive for the next 6 to 7 months, maybe longer, right? What do? They're looking at an algorithm pattern that says supplies, junk. Now think of the people that spend it foolishly, Kimberly. This one here bought a TV last time and a game system this time. Let's give them the 1400. Let them go hog wild. Could be capitalist corporations are telling them, here's the truth. You can basically turn around and you basically, so they're basically tracking who's spending what, when, where, and why. And so, okay, see? So the bank, basically, the government knows who's going what, when, where, and why. Yeah, well, that's the thing. You will get your regular SSI check. They're not going to just cut you off, Pretty Doll. That's not the problem. The problem is good morning, Jamie H. Padilla, or Jamie H. Pana. Wait a minute. What the hell are you? Hold on. Let me just regroup here for a second. I just got off the phone with the IRS. Well, I got off the phone with my own people this morning, okay? I know exactly what the hell is going on, better than most people. Why do you think I'm the only one doing Direct Express videos? And I have Direct Express. What they basically said is they have not gotten to people that does not do taxes. Look, let me cut to the bullshit this morning, Jamie. The government basically made a statement this morning, okay? I guess you didn't get the memo that came and flooded my email box this morning or my news feed. Basically, it said if anyone didn't get Direct Express by today, pay attention here. Penna, Jamie Penna. Sorry. I knew a transgendered once named Jenna. Jenna, I think her last name is Penna. I can't remember. Anyway, enough about that. It's none of my business any about that one. I don't even know what happened to him. I think they blocked me or something. Oh, well, it doesn't matter to me. Anyways, a lot of trannies block me. They think they're too better than most people, and they're like, oh, well, we need men and we don't want to date transgender or hermaphrodites or whatever. But this ain't about that. I ain't going to go into details. Now, let me give you what I know, okay? So you can understand. So this morning, the news feed's been flooded this morning. I get moderators all over that keep me informed, Mr. and Mrs. Penna. They basically turn around and say, and I quote, get this out there. My news feed this morning had at least 4 articles. I have certain news feeds I go through that filter literally what I need, okay? Basically, 4 articles out there. All of them said that the money, if you're paying attention here, was supposed to be going in today. If you didn't get a Direct Express deposit today, Mr. or Mrs. Penna, you're not getting anything but paper check or Visa card. That's what the topic says about today. Oh, and mind you, just to be a royal ass here, just because I guess you didn't get the memo, are you well aware that Direct Express SSI cards were filled this morning or last night at 10 p.m.? So, any card number starting Mr. or Mrs. Penna with 5115 got their fucking money last night. Anyone with card number like mine, 5332, wasn't stimulated. They don't give a shit. So, no one on the veterans or railroad side of Direct Express, those card numbers, I don't know what their card numbers is. I can't confirm or deny the card numbers, but I can tell you those ones, they didn't get stimulated either. So, that's what I just want to say. So, if you're on the same page, there you go. If you're not, feel free to add your input now. So basically, how's that for an answer? So basically, everyone on card number 5115, Yeah, okay, so you're Penna, so we don't know if you're Miss or Mr. Hey, Riri, what up? Yes, ma'am. So is it ma'am or is it sir, Miss Penna? Good morning, Anna. Good morning. Uh, you know what? If you're gonna come in here and speak in riddles, I can kick you out too. I mean, literally, look what you're doing. I basically asked you a question. One, are you male or female? And two is you said yes, they are. The problem is I just gave you the answer. Anyone on Direct Express with 5115 got their fucking money today. So, good morning, Anna. How are you doing this morning? Welcome to my channel. I had some really nice messages this morning from Miss Noka. Miss Ali's Noka messaged, I think she's probably going to be angry about the latest update about paper checks, but how can you not be upset when they're flooding it this morning? As soon as everyone on SSI, guys, pay attention here. As soon as everyone on SSI literally gets their money, right? Pay attention here. Is it me or am I paranoid? Ever since SSI got their money in Direct Express, they pulled us right from pulled the wool from under our eyes, or pulled the wool over our eyes, or they pulled the rug out from under us. That's what I said. They pulled the rug rug under us, and now we're basically sitting there. And the reason I say that is look at Direct Express. 4 to 5 million SSI payments. 4 to 5 million SSI payments got paid last night, right? The rest of Direct Express didn't get shit. The rest of Direct Express got crap. Makes you wonder. Well, you're welcome. Okay, thank you for sharing. Because, like I said, anyone on 5332 got crapped on, Jamie, and everyone who's on 5115 got fucking money. Everyone that says Direct Express was filled on these clickbaiters. So here's the deal, okay? Everyone came to my channel saying I was full of crap until we realized, me and my moderator Pee Wee realized that there's two cards. So when I asked Chloe for her card, it said pending. Now Chloe's in bed because she's pissed she can't go shopping. And yet the government, of course, is looking for people that they're playing favorites basically, Jamie, and that's what I was telling the rest of my crew. They're playing favorites. When you sit there nicely and you're waiting patiently for funds, that's fine. But what if they're not getting it? What if they know you're not going to waste it? The government's basically going to screw you over. Now, by the way, this is where I'm talking to you guys. I want you to think for a second. 4 to 5 million stimulus checks went out on Direct Express's 5115 card number. 4 to 5 million, right? Picture this, everyone. 4 to 5 million people got paid this morning or last night. The rest of us get fucking a statement this morning saying the IRS is the Ways and Means Committee demanding the IRS cough up, quote unquote, cough up. Pay attention here, cough up a date for the rest of us. IRS doesn't have to do shit. They just threw a bone under the bus that unplug this and do that, right? Soon as Direct Express followed the IRS's statement, guess what happened? Now, this morning, they're pumping out on the news feeds that if you don't get paid by the 24th, what's today? 24th. Then you're going to get either a paper check or Visa card. This is what the debate is this morning. Why? Because they're basically giving you we're going to shit on you somehow. And we found a way to shit on you by saying the check's in the mail. The check's in the mail. How many of you can cash a check? And then Anna says, you will get it soon. Yeah, in the form of a paper, Anna. That's what we're talking about. Paper Visa is now coming down the pipe. No one's addressing this. Everyone's like, oh, yeah, we got our money. I'm back just playing Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, okay, good for you. Well, the reason she doesn't, the thing she is you know what the problem is? I'll tell you why she can't go shopping, Anna, is because she doesn't want to. Thing is, she doesn't want to go shopping now because she's depressed. You see, basically this morning, okay, I'll tell you what happened, all right? Pay attention because, this is big. Everyone knows she somewhat cares, okay? And she's a pain in my ass. Same time. Truth of the matter is, she basically got up late. She was getting ready to go out around 2, and she's been up all night. That's the first reason. Second reason is, Anna, is because she's depressed. Literally, I can see it in her eyes. $1,400. She goes and buys 2 6-packs of beer, some tobacco, and she's like, "Oh yes, we'll get it. You'll get yours soon. You'll get yours soon." This morning, she's hearing through the door open me talking about no stimulus checks, none. Zip, 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 zip. No one knows when. And what happens, Anna? She gets depressed. She's like, "I better hold on to it." Think of it. There's only theories out there, Anna, but the first theory is they're going to basically throw it out there that the government, not you, the government's paying for sex changes on your stimulus money. That could be. They could be using that card to get out of it. The elderly will throw a fit. Guess what, Anna? And then everyone fucking votes Republican. Or 2, everyone who voted for Biden, who's waiting for their stimulus check, maybe got fucking screwed. Or 3, everyone who voted for Trump could be fucking screwed. Anyway, look at it. It's a big conundrum and puzzle no one's going to ever find. I mean, I can come up with, as Eliza Anoka would say, detective work that would keep me busy for a long time on these theories. The problem is no one truly knows what happened. All we know is if we didn't get paid today, it's going in by paper or Visa. And by the way, does anyone believe that checks in the mail thing? I mean, literally. I mean, that just means, And by the way, if there is no eviction moratorium in certain states and the elderly are waiting for that money, they know who's the ones that could be evicted. So what are they doing? We'll just hold up those payments so you can evict old Granny Two Shoes so she can go to a group home. Yes, I know, old Granny Two Shoes. My mother's nickname was Granny Two Shoes, so you get the idea. There was a memory of her, but the point is, or they could be watching accounts, knowing who spent it on supplies and who spent it foolishly, and no one knows. But Anna or Kimberly or any of you, why do you think the Social Security Trust Fund's going down fast and it'll be out in 2023 to 2027? They tapped in to pay for all the stimulus checks that everyone who's on Social Security benefits or SSI. Railroad beneficiaries got tapped into. Same with the veterans and their accounts. You have a question, but why would everyone else say, look, I've answered this too many times, okay, Crystal? You weren't paying attention again. Didn't I answer it already, everyone? Basically, it goes like this, okay? You ask, why is it that people with bank accounts has it? Okay. Now, a person named Jamie, Mr. Jamie, said, and I quote, he called the IRS. Yeah, well, guess what? The IRS didn't give you a good answer, sir, because they just gave you the fucking runaround. I guess, the thing is, you might need the money and you're being screwed over. Okay, now let me explain this to you. People that got the money first, the first 100 million people paid their fucking taxes. That's the other article that I wasn't going into, right? And Jamie did answer that one. He's completely right. The fucking people paid the taxes. Taxpayers get it. The non-taxpayers, like the SSI people on card 5115, got paid today. 5332, you don't know when. Now they're throwing us a bone saying to the IRS, take away the automated number and tell everyone this came from the IRS. He's flooding the newspaper articles everywhere. The newspaper articles literally are saying, and I quote, that now if you don't get paid today, if you don't see a deposit by Direct Express today, which by the way, it is approximately almost 3 p.m. Eastern time, do you think you're going to see a fucking dime? No, you're going to be basically gone. You're not going to see them. They're now saying checks in the mail, check your check. And what if You wait 6 weeks and they finally say all paper checks are done. Now we're sending EIP3 cards out, huh? And then you guys are struggling again. Some people are struggling, but they know who's struggling and who isn't. So as long as you're not struggling, they're not going to give you a fucking dime. If checks in the mail, why would it take weeks to get to you? That's the thing. You see, Kimberly, they're basically doing this again. The old smokes and mirrors. I told you this. Watch the hand over here while we do something here, or watch this hand while we do something over here. You see, it's the old smokes and mirrors. They're basically smokes and mirrorsing you. If they can delay the payment as long as possible, they won't have to pay. Think of it. How many elderly people, Kimberly, are getting vaccinated, honestly? How many people are getting vaccinated? What if there is somewhere in the bill they say if you're not vaccinated, you don't get fucking $1,400? Well, then I refuse to get vaccinated. What do you think? Yeah, that's the thing. Let me put it this way. The House and Ways Means Committee turned around, Riri, and said, and I quote, the House and Ways Means Committee said that they demand an answer from IRS and Social Security when payments will be going out for the rest. The IRS just said today, if you don't get paid today, well, don't worry, don't sweat it. Checks in the mail. Check the checks in the mail. Or IEP card. And remember, once the checks are cut off by September or October, more likely late September, then they do IEP cards in between. So they're going to do both and IEP cards. But right now, they're not giving it. By the way, let me ask you this before I go use the restroom temporarily. Has anyone got the IRS get my payment to work? Everyone else has basically got their work. Chloe basically checked hers and said payment was going to be dropped in on the 24th. Where's the rest of you guys? That's the other thing. They're keeping it hidden. They're basically trying to say either you don't have enough information, we're not giving you a payment, you don't qualify at what you do, or three, checks in the mail. Anyway, look at it, they're screwing you over. Well, there you go, Riri. Bravo. You see, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to finally get the point that I was making. Well, they're saying checks in the mail or EIP3 cards in the mail. They could be turning around and taking your stimulus and putting towards buying booze through the government level, which means, or paying for sex changes, as they said. They're trying to find a way for Medicaid and Medicare to pay for sex changes. Well, I guess they found a way. Screw us over. Well, yeah. Well, you know why the payment status is unavailable, Chris? Think about it. This is a question for you while I'm in the bathroom. I want to ask this. Why do you think payment status is unavailable for the people who are still waiting for stimulus checks? I'm going to use the bathroom. Now go and give me your answer. I might find it interesting, or you might be on the same page as me. You see, no one knows. So, anyone with my answer? Hmm? I don't believe. Well, at least that's a better answer than I expected. I'll tell you what the real truth is. The reason they're saying payment status not available again is they're not paying you. Thing is again, it's smokes and mirrors. Well, they're fucking making you panic. You guys, the ones that are might or might not need the money, the ones that might or might not pay attention here, the ones that might be struggling and might not be struggling. Some of them know that you might bankroll the money or spend it foolishly or whatever, right? So what happens? Well, here's the problem. Not a lot of people are smart enough to contact their representatives and bitch about it. There's people on the SSI spectrum that firebombed through text messages on Twitter, Janet Yellen and the IRS that she paid the people on Direct Express got paid today, but everyone else, they're not giving anything. I have a feeling, that we're not going to see money for months. Pee Wee and I basically said, both of us said, moderator Pee Wee's out driving 2 hours to see her son today, so she won't be back till tonight. But moderator Pee Wee said specifically, and I quote everyone, she loves all of you, by the way. She said, and I quote, I have a bad feeling about this stimulus reading. Guess what? And that was the day they were signing the bill. I said, and I quote, then, this is not going to go right. I get a bad feeling we're going to be shit on. Because they don't want us to know when will we get it, and it never works. There you go. You know what happened? I'll tell you a story, all right? One of my moderators, old Higgy boys, right? Higgins is a funny guy, I'll tell you. He's got a sense of humor, but the other day, I got two stories about Higgins. I'll tell you the first one. The other day, I bought a game, pre-ordered it. Yeah, I got a deal because I know the makers and, etc. Rune Factory. I'm going to probably be reviewing it. I got to get the equipment to review Rune Factory 5. But this game has been really good to keep my mind off stimulus, right? Anyways, someone said to me, Higgins, I think, was pointing out, being funny, that I'm kind of like a bigot, right? The government is wanting not to. A lot of repubs think that money's being wasted on junk, And he said, "Well, what do you classify that? That's the junk, right?" I classify that game to be about 400 or more hours of entertainment, okay, while waiting for stimulus. Fortunately, he thinks 400 to 500 hours or more of television time with a new TV is an investment. Well, maybe, but let me ask you this. Can any of you bought a TV and the damn entire economy or bank collapses, right? Could you live on a TV? Could you eat a TV? See? My game time is my unwind time. So let's continue. So, where was I? Let me just read this. Yeah, it keeps it not pending. Why? Because they don't want you having it. So if they just keep it quiet, and then they basically make a statement, oh, well, it's working, right? So Higgy Boys turns around. That's moderator Higgins. Turns around and says, oh, well, you need to try a different browser. Okay, so I tried 2 different browsers, 3 different browsers. I tried them all, except for Tor. I don't use Tor. Never have, never will. I hear bad things about Tor. So, what's that tell you? Well, what's that tell you? Well, simple. I did it all, and it says not available, unable, not available, right? And by the way, may I just ask you, guys, a question that you might be laughing about? So, well, what are you talking about? Who's got a big ass head? Because if you're going to basically talk about me, and I'm the only moderator here, I can gently basically kick you out by banning you. So, you better explain yourself before I give you a boot. All right, I'm giving you a chance. So, where was I? So, Higgins basically said use like Mozilla. I used them all, right? Same answer. So, if it's working, it is working on Chrome. The problem is no one knows what's going on, all right? Plain and simple. So, what am I waiting for? What? Are you trying to piss me off this morning? Because we're having a serious debate here. So, to all of you out there, what's that mean? Well, simple. We get shit on. Now they're talking about paper checks. Piper, the check's in the mail. Now to you, Anna. Yes, why is Chloe not going out today? Well, that's because Chloe's basically depressed. She's depressed that probably about 15 million Direct Express card holders on the number 5332 didn't get any money. Oh, well, thank you. Let me look at this. Why? Okay, let me go through it. Please excuse me. See, the comments keep trickling in. Why can't you go shopping? Checks on the cards. Let's see. Tennessee says, why is Elsa getting one? Because people that paid taxes, Tennessee, basically got their money first. And the rest of us get shit on. And so now they want to give us cards because they don't want to give us the answer. And Kimberly says takes a couple days. Yeah, but why do you think the U.S. Postal Service is slow? It's not taking a couple days, honey pie. And why is buying that stuff? She should be buying food. Well, we're well stocked on food. That's the thing. We probably got 6 months supply of food, Roy. That's why she doesn't care. And she wants to buy junk. Well, yeah, Riri, that's what it said. Now I keep getting payment status. It's commercial time. Hey, it's not her fault. Well, yeah, but even so, Chloe was gonna go out today, and here's what Chloe's planning. Chloe's gonna go take the inter island ferry off island, buy some salami, buy some beer, buy some rum, buy some whiskey. I don't need whiskey. What I need is game time, not rum, not whiskey, not whatever. She want to get some whiskey. To me, funneling money into whiskey is like funneling money into you drink it, then you piss it out. I mean, literally, let me tell you what happened, okay? So I've been drinking beer lately, okay? No offense to any of you. I've had the virus like 3 times, okay? Maybe 4 times. Anyways, no offense, but everything's been kind of off flavor-wise. Before you say, what do you mean? Let me put it this way. I drank some Guinness Stout, right? Tastes like water. I drank Guinness Extra Stout. Doesn't taste right. I drank some Mike's Hard Lemonade, regular lemonade. Doesn't taste like lemonade. I drank Mike's Black Cherry the other day. Didn't taste like black cherry. So unless my taste buds are completely off the mark, corned beef is fine. Foods are fine. It's like drinks are, coffee's fine. It's like alcoholic beverages right now does not taste right for some damn reason. I don't know what it is. Well, hello, Wendy. Well, Chloe is nice when she wants to be. She can be really mean. You got to remember, I'm the only one that can handle Chloe, Kimberly, with her borderline. Literally, if you want to get technical, I'm the only one. The other day she threatened her mom on the phone. Kimberly, this was not nice. She said she was going to disown her fucking mom if her mom was trying to put her in a fucking group home. And her mom literally told several people at a meeting with someone who was trying to help Chloe get a maid, in-house care maid service, right? Because Chloe doesn't clean. I do it, and then she makes a mess and makes a mess. I mean, I could show you a picture of my office where I can't even get in there because Chloe crammed everything in there. And the manager's like, look, you're going to be evicted if you don't clean. And I'm the only one doing it, so I'm trying to arrange for a maid service, right? That's where my stimulus check was going to go. Fortunately, Chloe refuses maid service in the house, organizer in the house, and the repairman in the house because she's paranoid. So look what happened. So Chloe got her money, and because she got her money, everyone knows this. Chloe is controlative. And so when Chloe goes out and thinks, oh, here's a 6-pack of beer, that's as nice as she gets. Otherwise, she spews hate. I've had the Secret Service on my door. Like, if you were paying attention to Kimberly yesterday, Pee Wee and I were talking about it because she's threatened Donald Trump one time. Literally. I can also tell you more stories. She's literally almost got us evicted 3 times because she threatened the neighbors. Her mental illness is the only thing that saved her because she hasn't carried out the threats yet. She threatened the APS lady, Adult Protection Services, so many times. Then she's basically turned around, no offense, Kimberly, and told agencies that she turns around and keeps me holed up here, doesn't let me go out pre-existing condition, which is true. She's turned around and said, I do this and I do that and I do this. Things that you don't do on a person, right? APS, and police would show up to investigate. 4+ times. I mean, literally. So everyone is pointing the finger, including her mom, saying group home. So Chloe, of course, she's got this way of backdooring it by not talking to anyone. So she's not, her mom said you either get therapy or you get therapy and mental health or you get group home. Chloe said, well, fuck you. I ain't doing either. So look what happened. Now Chloe's depressed because my stimulus check ain't coming. I think what it really is, honestly, is Chloe's got plenty of money in the bank anyways. I think what truly the matter is with stimulus is this. I think she's depressed. I didn't get mine because usually my stimulus goes for supplies. And if I buy supplies, she spends it on junk, or usually junk. Mom, hold on a sec. My boy wants up on the bed. What, you couldn't hop up there? What, old man? You can't hop up there, old man? Let's get you fixed. Let's get you fixed. Oh, yeah, this is my service dog, Moppy. Come on, let's get you fixed. Let's get you up there. Here, I'll put a blanket over you, too. So you can sleep on a pillow. You're always sleeping on my pillow anyways. Yeah, you're like a little human being with fur. You're a little human with fur. Okay. There. See? Put you under the blankie because that's how you want it. There you go. Little human with fur. Put you even under the second blankie. There you go. See? Before you guys ask me, yes, I pamper little dog. See, he's basically covered up there with his little cone sticking out in the blankie. He's nice and toasty. Excuse me, now you're basically causing me trouble? No, well, guess what? So, this guy here is insulting me. And then this guy here insulted me. And Cam and the rest hasn't. Anyone else have anything nicely to say that isn't negative this morning? Because that's all it is. You see, that's the problem. This person here wants to insult me. You see, I've had APS come out 4 times, people. I've had other things happen. By the way, Kimberly, I'm not going to deal with these ass clowns. So is there anyone else who wants to insult me this morning, huh? Sister Kimberly, I hope you don't want to insult me. I basically been dealing with Chloe 4 years. Nice try, Joe. I guess you trying again later? Freaking dick. When will you fucking grow up and basically quit attacking me? I knew this was coming down the pipe this morning. Pee-wee warned me, so I took care of it. Well, thank you, Kimberly. I like real people like you too. I mean, literally, did you hear what they said? Go wash myself. I stink. Excuse me. I had a bath this morning before getting on this channel. I took a quick shower. Two. They insult me. Leave that woman alone. Really? Why don't you go and come and make me? Because frankly, do you understand how bad it is living with someone that's borderline? You threatened Donald Trump, my president, and the Secret Service came to my door. I mean, literally, they should have been in the gulag, okay? But no. And now they're basically depressed because stimulus checks aren't coming in. And then you want to sit there and insult me because you have nothing better to do. Someone asked me, is Chloe nice? The nicest you're going to get. Who was it anyways? Kimberly. Chloe's nice when she wants to be Kimberly, literally. And that's what I'm trying to say. Have you ever dealt with someone who's autistic, with borderline, with bipolar? Tried the walking on eggshells, right? Did you know Chloe has got a T trigger word? There's no way of basically getting around it. You know what the word is, Kimberly? It's called no. I mean, did you understand it? What if you basically met Chloe and you and I went to have a beer and you said, Chloe, I'm talking to Rita, we're going to talk about stimulus. And you said, no, you may not come. You better be behind me because, frankly, Chloe does not put up with the word no. Well, President Obama is basically a great president. I'll give you that. I'm not going to say it. I'm just saying to anyone watching this, at the time, President Trump was my president, okay? And having someone make threat and get away with it sickens me. Now, I've dealt with Chloe for so long, okay? But, no one. Oh, and by the way, I just thought of something too, by the way. We're talking about stimulus checks here. Has anyone realized that the other delay in stimulus checks could be because the IRS has been ordered not to pay out until this whole creditor thing is fixed? So, that's the thing I want to share with you, the thing is, it might be wrong, okay, when it comes to stimulus checks, but here's the deal. The thing is having trolls coming in here. Pee Wee said we're going to have nothing but trolls coming in here because they have nothing better to do. However, like I said, moderator Cam, moderator Higgins isn't in. That leaves moderator Airy Sky doing the job. So moderator Airy Sky doesn't mind thumping a few people too. That's the thing. People start acting nice and then they basically go in and attack me because they have an opening. I have the abilities to remove people. As a matter of fact, I got one thing that depresses me the most. That whole Pee Wee thing, not Pee Wee thing, that whole Hannah thing's been depressing me anyways. Now, that was me, by the way. I can't blame it on the dog because the dog's right there. It was him. He did it. Woo! That's, what'd you eat, Moppy? Must have been some cabbage oh yeah, cabbage last night. Oh shit, I was supposed to make dinner tonight. Chloe wanted club sandwiches, which was my ingredients, not hers. I told her no. I told her I could do club sandwiches or something, but I was just trying to find something real quick. Chloe's just, yeah. Well, I like how you say you're trying to. So, anyways, I check my comments from time to time. I got people are commenting like crazy. Yeah. Lisa Noka was funny this morning. Did you ever hear the story of what happened last night, or you guys get a chuckle? So last night, right? Hi. So the other, I priced me a red. Well, you know what? I like Dutch dwarfs. Dutch dwarfs are the best rabbits in the world. You know why Dutch dwarfs are the best rabbits in the world? I'll tell you why. Dutch dwarfs are so tiny. Come here. Let me show you the Dutch dwarf. The Dutch dwarf, everyone, is tiny. This is as big as he gets. This is the Dutch dwarf. Look how small he is. Good morning, Ebony. Oh, I know. You don't even want to be near that gas. Moppy farted. That's why it stinks over there. I can see you're basically wanting in that cage. Yeah, it's ripey smell. Good morning, Trish. How are you this morning, girl? Anyways, I got about an hour with you guys still, and then I gotta go. Unfortunately, I have to go. My appointment's at 1. Chloe's sleeping. So how are you this morning, Trish? Hope you're doing better than me. Did you get the news article this morning? Or should I brief you? I don't mind briefing as long as you listen. Anyways, I got a couple funny stories and a couple briefings that might be serious to you all. I had to remove a couple people. Yeah, well, mine's got black eyes. He's a Dutch dwarf, so actually he might be brown eyes. Yeah, they're brown eyes. But you know what? Look how adorable he is. So So you want the briefing? Good morning or whatever. Nizing Shango. Don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm not gonna even try. So, Trish, you want the briefing? Is there any more coffee in there? Yeah, so I can make up another pot in a minute. I also got to get what's in the dishwasher washed this morning, too, by the way, I think. Look, let me tell you something about rabbits, okay? You just don't go buy a rabbit because you want one, all right? Before you go and spend your money on a rabbit, let me tell you, you need to know rabbit care. 1, the rabbit needs plenty of room. 2, if you have cables all over your house, you're going to lose your rabbit early because they chew on things. That's why you need to have rabbit logs, which reminds me, this log looks like, yeah, you can see there's little snacks in the side there. Needs another one. He keeps them in here. So that keeps them from gnawing on their teeth. 3, they shed. Got to be careful with that. 4, when you get a rabbit, you got to keep their cage clean. And 5th, some rabbits like hay and love hay. My bunny will rummage around in hay. He'll eat pellets. Which reminds me, pellets are about $20 a bag. First year, you get a baby, young pellets, or young adults, or young rabbits. And then after a year, you get adult rabbit food. And as you can see, this guy's chewing on a bone while waiting for his log, okay? The other thing is, to make sure a rabbit lives a long time, up to 10 to 12 or 14 years, you got to get him fixed. And by the way, bunnies mostly are active at night. So if you have a rabbit, you're going to hear your little bunny make noise at night. So you better be prepared. If you don't like noise, well, don't get a rabbit. I've gotten used to the comfort of him banging his thing around at night. Here you go. Here's your daily. Here's your daily fed of food, which I can see you knocked over some. There you go. And also, some rabbits, they eat their poo. So you need to know that because there's nutrients in the poo. Another thing is rabbits will eat their pellets on top of their poo. So when you think it's weird, they're just, and also rabbits at times will do a special dance in their cage for wanting out or wanting attention or wanting exercise. Every bunny needs exercise. Mine does. He gets exercise when Mop gets a walk. So let me see what's going on. Well, rabbits are a good pet if you know what you're doing. I have a Dutch dwarf. He's 2 years old. He's what you call one of my prides and joys in this world. Moon Moon. His name's Ebony, by the way. He's a Dutch dwarf. Yeah, well, rabbits don't eat carrots. You don't just feed them carrots, okay? You don't feed a rabbit carrots. You feed them pellets. You feed them if you get a carrot, you cut a quarter carrot up. You don't just give them a whole carrot because they won't eat it. And you never feed a rabbit lettuce. There's foods you don't feed a rabbit, literally. Otherwise, your rabbit will be dead. I've learned by asking Google and my Alexa doodad what types of foods rabbits eat. What do you want to tell me? First, you come in here, I don't even know you. And 2 is So I better brief you, Trish, because that's why you're here. So Direct Express, basically, as you know, Chloe got paid. Anyone with the card number 5115 got paid. As you know, Trish, they removed the voicemail for cards with 5332, so you don't see it's pending weeks. This morning, the Ways and Means Committee sent a letter to the IRS and the Social Security's director, I think his name's Saul, demanding to know when the vulnerable disabled and the vulnerable adults will get their stimulus money. What did they say this morning? All over the news feeds, I have like 6 or 7 news feeds right now basically coming up. They're all saying that Social Security Direct Express, no one knows when. They're saying now check your mailbox for paper checks. You know the old saying, Trish, you know. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to handle anything. Since you came in here to give me trouble, I'm going to basically deal this my own way. It's called goodbye. And don't come back. My moderators like Pee-wee, I don't need to answer anything to anyone. Do I, people? We're only focused on Direct Express here. So you want to say man to man, I'm not a man. I'm all female. So that's for one. So it's not going to be man to man. And my moderators, they can come in and come and go as they please. So if you all have all these stock accounts, then be gone with you. I don't need the likes and stuff. I don't even need the subscriptions. I don't even need the view. All right. We're talking stimulus. This is very important. So, Trish, basically what they said was the IRS has been demanding, they're demanding an answer. Fortunately, the IRS's answer is, well, yes, exactly. What do you think? They sent a message out today. It's been on all the news feeds, by the way. See, that's what I say. I'm not giving them any fuel. They said, oh, now with man to man, right? You know what I did? I just banned them. See, I'm the admin. I can do what I want. See, you want to see me do something, I will. I'm always nice. Tell you basically you cross my trigger point, then you're gone. So basically, Trish, what they're saying is the check's in the mail, or check your bank, check your thing. So basically, what they did was they removed the money will be coming in weeks two. The IRS this morning gave the story of check your mailbox for checks. If you don't get a payment today by Direct Express, which I'll check the app for pending right now for you guys, it's going to say, oh, there's another breaking news. What's this? Mm-hmm. So it says here, Vice President Harris to point person for Biden administration, stemming the flow of illegal immigrants to the border. So now that's what came up. So while you guys sitting here, and basically, Trish, just to get you on the same page this morning, so it's saying currently nothing pending. So right now it's the 24th. The next payment date for SSI and the last payments for the month is the 27th of the 27th. Or no, sorry, the 31st. So in 1 week from today, they're going to be making another payment. And then the first of the month, SSI goes out. And then everyone else on the 3rd. And then it goes back to the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th Wednesday of the month. So plain and simple. You know what I've learned? I'll tell you what I've learned, Kimberly. The American people need their stimulus. And 2 is if someone comes to my channel and wants to harass me, I'll kick them out. Plain and simple. I'm not hesitant. Pee-wee warned me last night by a private message. Moderator Pee-wee. I bet you like her too. She warned me via private message if she wasn't around till tonight that if I do a video that I should basically that I should maintain some safety by this. It could have been they were basically trying to yell at me over the Hannah thing. The thing is, I don't care, okay? That's the thing. If there's 16 people, 18 people, 25 people, Pee-wee said all these people are one person. There's not 20 people watching us because she said it herself. If there's 20 people watching it, 30 people or 40 people, or hell, we've had one time 115 people. Why? It's probably all of them, and they have nothing better to do. So what we need to do, as Pee Wee said, is not give fuel to the fire. So if they want to insult me because I say something about Chloe, well, then they can kiss my ass and I kick them out. Now, if they want to basically say man to man, I'm not a man. When you use the word man to man, you're out. I mean, literally. Now, Cam, of course, I don't know what's up with Cam. He could be here, but he's not here, and Mark ain't here. They're probably Cam's probably doing something else, and Mark's probably doing something else. So So I'm checking status of my phone. I had my phone company was sending me a new phone, so But there you go. You see, and now that I've taken care of this, that the company is in this chat room this morning uh, is petered out. So that might mean it's my time to slip away for a minute, use the bathroom. So I will have my device with me, so if there's any comments that come up, I can answer them via text. But I got to use the bathroom, so I'll be right back. See? You don't give in, you use the toilet, you come back. There's only, 9 people watching? It's a good thing. 9 people, I tell you. Good deal. So, anyways, I just wanted to say that, 9 people, no one's commenting. Life is good. Big britches. Yeah, I agree completely. Welcome, big britches. I agree completely with that statement. A lot of people did not was planning to use the other money for other things, and now they're basically pissed. Good morning. So I agree with your answer. I mean, literally. If you notice, I'm the only one handling the direct express payments on YouTube. Pretty much is what I understand. So basically, I've been focusing on the main thing. Did you know, Big Britches, that Direct Express has 3 different card numbers? One for veterans, one for supposedly railroad. I can't confirm the railroad. The veterans I can't confirm. One for SSI, which starts with 5115. That's the SSI card holders. And one for disability retirement survivors, which card number starts with 5332. If you didn't know, we're focusing on the people with 5332 because Big Britches, everyone with the card numbers 5115 on Direct Express got paid last night at 10 p.m. or early this morning at 1 a.m. Eastern time. So everyone got their money today basically with 5115. And so, as we've been focusing on what's going on, and that is what's going to happen to the future. And I can clearly tell you right now, big britches, that a lot of people are pissed. I mean, literally. Let me tell you a story about my adopted grandparents. They're 96. Grandma got the first check last year, $1,200 times 2. Her and Grandpa, $2,400 bankrolled it. Didn't spend a dime. Didn't even spend a dime. $600 came January, and that means $1,200. The third Well, I'm glad you know this, and then you understand. And the third time she got it recently in her bank account for $2,800. So she's literally sitting on almost $10,000, probably over $10,000, and yet she won't spend a damn dime. And the Biden administration, the Trump administration, literally stated, "Don't give them to them; they'll hoard it." Well, they hoarded it, right? Anyone on ssdi and survivors, because they figure they're entitled to this free money, so-called free money, they went ahead, big britches, and bought useless junk, whatever they want: PS5s, Xboxes, laptops, desktops, TVs. I've had a couple of my veteran friends who I think's on Direct Express, Big and a couple others, tell me, uh, Tactical Mikey, Big's one of my moderators, Tactical Mikey, saying that stimulus checks came in. They were at Walmart the other day, and everyone, big britches, decided to basically walk out the door with 85-inch TVs. Now, the third wave, or the third set is veterans and railroad. They'd buy supplies with it. The government knows. They already have the algorithm set to know who's going to do what with it. So people like me was going to resupply the stocks so I can get through to at least December. We're not getting paid. Anyone on 5332, the new news is anyone who doesn't get any money today by Direct Express will get theirs in a paper check or or a not Direct Express or a EIP3 card, which means Visa card, which means big britches. They're turning around and saying the check. The old joke goes, the check's in the mail. So they're like, the check's in the mail. Meanwhile, the check's in the mail. So the news articles today, and the IRS and Social Security's been demanding a date that they would pay the rest of us on Direct Express because people need it, or the ones that others that have bank accounts. IRS basically made a statement saying, well, if you don't get paid today, you get a paper check or an EIP3 card. How's that work when everyone on 5332 got their payments the first two times? What's so special about screwing over the payments the third time? By the way, big britches, you're on 5332 like me. I'll give you a little tip here. Have you noticed that every time a stimulus check is issued, 1,200, 600, 1,400, it doesn't say it's coming from the IRS. It's coming from Social Security Administration, which means no wonder why we are going to run out of money by 2023 to 2027. Two reasons. One, no one's paying into the Social Security taxes or working. Two is they're tapping into the Social Security Trust Fund to pay for these stimulus checks. The IRS is supposed to be doing it, but they haven't done it yet. So every person who's getting a stimulus check is getting it through the Social Security Trust Fund. So, there's people out there that are on SSI. They got paid before us. And SSI is from the general fund. But guess what? The trust fund was drained to pay these SSI people. So about 5 million people on SSI's Direct Express got paid this morning, big britches. And it came out of our trust fund. Wow, isn't that amazing? And yet the IRS is not giving any answers. Social Security ain't giving any answers. So the Ways and Means Committee sent a letter saying there's vulnerable elderly and vulnerable adults waiting for their damn money. That's what I'm saying, Anna. As of this morning, 7 articles I read when I got out of bed, took a shower, and looked it over thoroughly, stated, and I quote, that if you don't get a direct deposit in the bank or Direct Express today, this is their new statement, that in the coming weeks, you might get a paper check or an EIP3 card. And yes, big britches, it is a big mess. It's a way big mess. And the reason for it, everyone, the ones that have to wait for a paper check, is they're delaying it because they know the elderly is going to take that check and cash it and put it in the bank. or hoard the cash and not spend it. So everyone out there who wants to buy supplies might have to use the cash locally, unless you just stash it under your mattress, which is highly unlikely, Well, let me put it this way, Big. Before you sit there and quote ssdi people, let me just tell you something, okay? I don't want you to get offended by this, but I have something to say about you saying the ssdi people, like me and you, that paid into the system, get thrown under the bus. What about the retirees that worked 30, 40, 50 years and are collecting Social Security? They were thrown under the bus too. What about the Social Security survivors? Their spouses or their parents worked and died and left money to them because they're disabled. They were thrown under the bus. What about the veterans that gave you your freedom? They're not even getting any answers. We're just giving it to SSI. Fuck the rest. Plain and simple. So while the SSI is paid out of the general fund, they tapped into the trust fund to pay for them. So the trust fund pays them, and yet we're still stuck sitting here wondering. And now their newest statement is, since Direct Express, by the way, have you called lately, Big Britches? Did you hear the message where it says, we regret to inform you that we have no information on stimmy checks at this time. Please, it'll be pending in the coming weeks. And yet, that message is gone now. Now you get, please put in your PIN number. You go in, there's nothing. And now they're saying paper checks or EIP3 cards. But what they're saying is you'll get paid when you get paid. Now, if they stretch it out to the last day and we still haven't seen the money, they get to keep all that money. Yeah, so basically, if I did a video in the past that basically turns around. What is this? Good morning, Frank. Yes, I'm tired of the shit too. Literally. Welcome, by the way, Frank. So basically now, because they took away that automated message, Big Britches, that says, due to the IRS, whatever, right? Now you got senators and Congress being called, which I highly recommend all of you do that. That basically turns around and says, get in touch with them and basically do what you do. All right. So basically, what's happening is the government is basically throwing us all under the bus. So right now, Big Britches, there's Social Security, disability. I'm just gonna put you on the top, okay? Disability insurance, retirement, survivors, veterans, and railroad. Those are the 5 payments methods that are still waiting. No one knows when they're getting money. Oh, and not to mention, Big Britches. Good morning, again, Frank. The IRS is not getting the Get My Payment tool. It says unavailable. They're basically delaying it so no one can basically get information on when. They say it's working for everyone, but the problem is, Big Britches, is this. The IRS basically extended tax season until May 17th, right? What's that tell you? They're going to extend it again, I guarantee it. They'll say they're backlogged, which means we all get to sit in limbo. 5 different payment groups in limbo. All the taxpayers are paid it. So, any questions so far? Or have I answered it so far satisfactory? So basically, like Big Britches says, we're thrown under the bus. Well, it depends on your card too, Billy. Good morning, Billy. Depends on your card. Like I said, if you were paying attention, which you just got here, so I guess I have to repeat myself again. Anyone on Direct Express, Billy, with the card numbers 5115 on SSI, that's the SSI card, got paid today. Now, their new statement, Billy, is that anyone who doesn't get payments today by direct deposit will get a paper check or an EIP3 card, which is a prepaid Visa card. Well, yeah, that exactly. You're welcome, Frank. So basically, that's the latest. The news came out this morning. There's a whole bunch of Social Security stimulus check information, and all leads to the same conclusion right now: paper checks. I said this a couple days ago. I said they say in the coming weeks paper checks will be coming, but no one's getting an official date for Direct Express. But Direct Express already basically paid all the SSI people, and I agree with Big. They just threw us all under the bus. Now, Big, because you just tuned in recently, I'll have to explain the rest to you so you can understand completely. The reason the people like us are getting shit on is another reason, and that is, let me put it this way. My adopted grandparents, they're alive. They're in their 90s. They got their stimulus check. They bankrolled it. They have a bank account. Guess what? Their money was banked. They're not spending it. She lives with her daughter. Grandma lives with her daughter. Daughter basically takes care of grandma. Grandma doesn't have to spend money. Social Security knows this. So why the fuck should they pay us? 2, disability insurance and retiree or disability insurance and SSI. They all knew they were gonna fucking spend it foolishly and stimulate the economy. They allowed it to go through, except for the people on Direct Express. They said fuck them, and they know who's got paid because Big. They know if you basically get the money and put it towards supplies and pay bills, then that's not what they want. So they fucked us over. Veterans and railroad, they want to buy supplies to get through till September to December. What did they do? They threw them under the bus. Unless you're going to stimulate the economy and buy useless crap. I mean, think of it. Tactical Mikey and Big, both are veterans, and one's a moderator, and they said that Walmart was empty recently. People are walking out the door with freaking 85-inch TVs. Let me ask you this, Big Birches and Frank. Does that answer your question of why we're not getting our money? Another one that got the money was bragging, not to fence the moderator Cam. He was going to buy a moped. They were fine with him buying a moped, but when we're telling everyone to stockpile their money, or not stockpile it, but buy supplies to get through the next 6 months, we're the ones basically being shit on. Look, do you really want to know the reason, Crystal, why they're doing what they're doing? Because I'll give you the answer, but you ain't going to like it. Because I've already said it already, and I guess you never got the picture yet. Seems like some people just don't get the message that I'm preaching. So do I need to preach it again? I bet you Big and Frank understand exactly what I'm talking about. Now, you asked a question. Let me answer it. Because, Crystal, it's all smokes and mirrors. You understand that word? It's basically the government deceiving you. Remember what Pee Wee said? You can't trust the government. Literally, you can't trust the government for the handouts. They know who's spending what, who's not going to spend what, etc. So what are they doing? They're delaying it. They know the elder are going to fucking bankroll. So they've seen it. The Biden administration and the Trump administration said this. They went ahead anyways because the law states they had to pay thanks to the AARP. Now, because of the smokes and mirrors, they found a way to delay it longer. For whatever purpose, we don't know, okay? Point is, you have a Direct Express card. You have a prepaid MasterCard. Why basically not put it on there? Because they don't want to. Think of it. Pay attention, because I'm going to say this once to all of you. When the IRS turns around and drops in 100 million payments to direct deposit, 5 million including SSI this morning for card number 5115, and at first they give a statement on their site saying it'll be pending in weeks. Weeks! Then the FAQ for Direct Express says weeks, right? Paying attention so far? Then all of a sudden they leave a voice message, an automated system saying, We have no clue when you're getting money. It will be in the coming weeks, right? Then, all of a sudden, yesterday morning, everyone's preparing for their pending deposits for the $5 million on SSI on 5115. 5332 got shit on. Guess what happened? As soon as they pulled it out, last night, everyone thought their payments were going in because of one person said, well, the IRS said that it'll go directly into the account, no pending. But everyone bogged down IRS last night's website. Everyone bogged down Direct Express phone service. Everyone bogged down the Direct Express app. Everyone bogged down the Direct Express computer website, web portal for their account info. This morning's working fine. Last night, nothing. So what happened? I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you damn what happened. IRS, they turned around, they're still getting not available. Either you don't qualify or they are still processing payments. That is telling you right then and there that they don't want you, Crystal, to have a payment. Does it take a rocket scientist to realize that as soon as people get paid last night at 10 p.m., pay attention here, everyone, because I've said this many times, and I want you to think about this. I got to open up another thing of milk. That's what I was doing before, Think about this. The taxpayers, you, the ones that paid into the system over the years, got shit on. Why? They don't want us to have it, so they found a way around it. Now, 5 million freeloading SSI people got their money. Now, pay attention, because now what's going on is I heard they're taking all that money that we're supposed to be getting and putting it supposedly to sex changes. You want me to continue? Okay, here's another one for you. The government basically turned around as soon as they pulled that phone message. Everyone thought they were going to get paid today. But then IRS statement says if you don't get a deposit today, you're going to get a card, a prepaid Visa card or a paper check. Why? Because they don't want to give you any money. So what if, hypothetically, they start covering checks, right? And people with 5332. Let's just say it's either prepaid cards or paper checks. And yet, you go ahead. You go ahead and you go online every day. The end day of pay leave is January 31st, 2021 to pay us all, right? And every day you go to the IRS web portal. And let's just say, hypothetically, a theory here. You go ahead and you basically put in your info daily. It gets updated once a day in the middle of the night. Nothing. So April comes. You get your regular payment, no money. And then all of a sudden, no money. And it goes into May. And they still don't give an update. They're like, fuck the old people, fuck the veterans. Goes into June. And then they basically, right before May 17th, right? They say we need to extend the tax season again because it's just too overwhelming. 200 plus million people working. There's like 240 million people still working. We need to file the taxes. We got to do that. So they extend it. Maybe they extend it another 6 weeks to like July, right? Meanwhile, you're sitting there waiting for your money. No cards come in, no paper. But everyone else, some people got their money. They're just handpicking who's getting the money. Meanwhile, you put in your information because you're on retirement or survivors or disability insurance, veterans, or railroad. Let's just say, hypothetically, they turn around, right? And the railroad union complains, well, they didn't get paid, right? The railroad people didn't get paid. What do we do? Blah, 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 right? All of a sudden, railroad is next on the list, right? The railroad people get paid, right? Paying attention? So the railroad people get paid. Now what? You want me to continue? No? Or yes? So, next thing you know, railroaders get their money by paper checks. Every railroader gets it, and it gets out in the media. Railroad people got paid. That leaves veterans left. Disability insurance, survivors, and retirement, right? All of a sudden, four groups waiting. Then, people are waiting. Finally, the veterans get paid, right? Hypothetically. Then it gets out to the media again. You guys, at this point, your blood's boiling. Retirees, no money. Survivors, no money. Disability insurance, no money. All of a sudden, they turn around and they say, well, the survivors and the retirees are the ones bankrolling, and the disability insurance is going to spend it foolishly. Meanwhile, pay attention here. They're talking about a forced stimulus. Maybe another one-time payment, supposedly. Meanwhile, they might pass the bill, which they say they can reconciliation again in October if the virus is still around. Meanwhile, from now to October, we might not see a fucking thing. Then, if the elderly are sitting around and complaining, right? And the elderly are going to advocacy groups asking for help and so forth and so on, then the advocacy groups can say, well, we help this lady who's age 97 get through because her stimulus never came. Meanwhile, some people are sitting there, and by the way, they're trying to kill people. They're trying to kill people off so they don't have to pay. That's the other thing. But you get the idea, right? So they're turning around everyone and doing smokes and mirrors. That's what I'm explaining to Chris. Smokes and mirrors. They can delay it all the way to December. And they don't have to answer to fucking you. It's the government. So the government doesn't have to answer to every one of you people. To them, you're a piss mire. You're a piss ant. Basically, they don't care. Look at that little piss ant. We gave SSI people. You know what they're doing? They're stirring division. Literally. And I'll tell you why. All right. They're basically turning around and basically punishing people. Plain and simple. Think about it. Think of it. I'm not going to go into political affiliations here, okay? But if you voted for Trump, you might have been shit on. If you voted for Biden, you might have got paid. 99.5% of SSI people voted for Biden. It's a known fact. ssdi, no one knows. They're not telling us. Think of it that way. You voted for this place? Exactly, big britches. It is the dark ages. Literally what we're dealing with is the dark ages. I mean, by the way, Crystal's right. Why can't they just deposit it into the bank or into bank accounts or Direct Express? I'll tell you why. It's smokes and mirrors, basically. They're basically making excuses and screwing over the people. Why? Because people like us. By the way, has anyone realized, again, another reason why money's not coming to us, people, is how many of you don't have to say yes or no or me, but how many of you live in subsidized housing so your rent's cheap? They take that into account. How many people are in extended pandemic food stamps? They take that into account. How many of you are getting government issued free cell phone service? They take that into account. Now, they also take into account through the algorithm what you're going to spend your money on too. So if you buy junk, they're all happy with it. How many of you get affordable internet or low cost internet like AT&T with food stamps? Most of you. How many of you get with the food stamp program, enrolling your food stamp card gets 50% off on Amazon Prime and groceries? Most of you. So if you look at all these benefits they're getting, the Republicans are like, fuck it. So they found a way to delay it for everyone else. You're getting all these benefits. Why do you need freaking money? If you're bringing in 800, 900, 1,000 living in subsidized housing, you're living better off than the people that aren't. But some of them, they're just playing favorites. So grandma's 96. Give her money because if she dies and that money's still in the bank account, well, who gets it? Either the government takes it out again or the government gives it to the next in line, the next kin in line. You see where I'm going? Well, yeah, AT&T's got a program out there where if you have it's like 20 or 30 megabits per second, you pay $10 or $20. If Higgins was here, he'd explain it to you, but Higgins has that. There's also Q-Link Wireless and Assurance Wireless that gives you free service and free phone. So as long as you have food stamps, you qualify for a phone service. Well, yeah, but there is. If you have food stamps, you can get that. You can get those things. If you live on HUD or USDA, you can get subsidized housing. I mean, literally, why do you think they're fucking screwing around with people? I mean, look, let me tell you a story, okay? One of my moderators, who's not here right now, pissed off another one of my moderators. My moderator, Gail, pissed off my moderator, Dinky. Me and Dinky, by the way, is my cousin. Dinky turned around and literally stated, quote unquote, this was a couple months ago. She said something about SSI is there to survive on, not to live comfortably. Well, one of the moderators said they needed the 1,400 to live comfortably. You think the government ain't monitoring everyone? They're not sitting there going, Gail needs to live comfortably at 1,400. Roger, we're not going to give it to her. I mean, literally. Or they know we need to get supplies. So what do? They stop it, saying these people are going to invest in supplies. Fuck them. Well, the reason they got their payments, Crystal, is because everyone out there basically is paying their taxes. Plain and simple. You pay taxes, you get money. You don't pay taxes, well, I mean, literally. Think of it this way, everyone. The IRS can make a new rule without anyone knowing about it. You know what that rule is? You don't qualify for a payment. I mean, literally. For all we know, could say anyone who pays taxes or anyone who filed taxes. I mean, look, Chloe filed taxes in 2018 and 2019 to make sure she got a payment. So that's how she got it. I never filed. I just basically waited for it to go in the bank like everyone else. But now they're making it more complicated. And now they're saying we got to take care of the people that filed taxes. Some people owe taxes. Some people pay taxes. Some people get a refund back. They're waiting for all those. But who else gets screwed over? We do. Yeah, well, maybe you should look into getting food stamps. Maybe you should be looking into getting. And by the way, did I forget to mention anyone who's getting food stamps usually has either Medicare or Medicaid or both. So their medical's covered. So with Medicare, Medicaid, subsidized housing, electricity subsidy, there's one of those, internet subsidy, cell phone subsidy. Some places have water, sewage, and garbage subsidies if you own your own house. And some have tax subsidies to less taxes. And by the way, some people out there in some states don't even have to license their dog yearly because service dogs are exempt. You see where I'm going with this? All these benefits stacked up. And the IRS is like, well, these fuckers get all these benefits. Why should we pay? By the way, think of it this way, okay? Not to piss off anyone here. But where do you think the electricity subsidy and the internet subsidy and the phone subsidy and the rent subsidy, a lot of them are coming from Social Security. The trust fund's almost empty. It's almost basically bled dry. Why? The new reports say that people aren't paying into Social Security. The work has stopped. So we run out between 2023 and 2027. You can Google it if you wish. The general fund is still on it. What if everyone the benefits ran up, dried up? Then what? They put us all in SSI, which means the general fund. Each of us would get a measly $800 or $900 a month. That's it. Some people on disability insurance brings in between $1,200 and $1,600 minimum a month. They're already saying, well, look, you're bringing in that much money. You don't need the money. The IRS does not care, Crystal, if you take trips out of town. As a matter of fact, they don't care if you take trips out of town. What they care about is people who are wasting the money. They don't care about people that are going to buy supplies or who's going to buy whatever. They care more about people who are going to hoard the money or put it towards supplies to get through the next 6 or 7 months. They're literally wanting to kill off people, and this is how they're doing it. However, Excuse me, sir, who just came in here, can red. I don't know who you're addressing this to, but if you don't answer soon, I will kick you out of my channel and ban you because, frankly, I'm the administrator here, and if you're bringing this up, calling me a guy, I'll automatically kick you out. Does anyone here see me as a male? Last time I looked, I was all female. By the way, my boobs are semi-showing, so you know, and etc. Oh, well, so you're insulting me, huh? Well, guess what? I'm going to insult you by basically removing you. Goodbye. This message has been deleted and he's been blocked. Anyone else have any problems with me deleting him? Because I'm not a man. You see? Insult me, you go bye-bye. Plain and simple. And by the way, to everyone out there, I want to say, let's see, never thought about it. Look like a woman. Oh, yeah, exactly. You know, I was born both, by the way. I don't hide it. My disability is I'm going blind. Okay, if you didn't know, my hearing aid went missing and I'm going blind. All right. Without glasses, I can't see. I have a service dog that's sleeping. My, I am got some mental problems too, but, someone who wants to claim, you know, I'm, a dude, and I can sit behind this. This ain't a desk. This is actually my coffee table, okay? So, anyways, I'm going to tell you guys, I got a couple minutes left, and I got to go. I got to do a meeting shortly, you know? So, the guy basically sat there, you know what? If you want to come back in here and pretend that you're a new person, Joe, keep doing it because frankly, that's all you are is a troll, and it's not going to get to me. So, anyways, to the rest of you, I can come back after my therapist appointment and do part two if you guys wish, if you guys want me to continue this discussion. But I think you guys get the gist of the entire realm that we are as in human beings are being shit on. Now that's the gist of it. Well, thank you, Big, and thank you, Wendy. So basically, you know, those are your answers. You can sit on it, chew on it for about an hour, and when I come back, we can discuss this more. Maybe you need some time to think about what I said, because I know, you know, I got a therapist appointment in 5 minutes, and yes, that's part of the mental illness. All right. And by the way, if anyone needs to know, I also have heart disease, okay? Literally, I have heart disease. That's another thing. Literally, I take nitro, and like I said, I'm going blind. Um, I can barely see without my glasses. And my hearing's gone down the toilet. So, with all that set up, I want to say, um, I will be back in about an hour. So, does anyone want me coming back in an hour, or should I devote my time for gaming? Let me know too. So, anyways, I got 5 minutes, so I might as well use the bathroom and get prepared for my appointment at 1. You know. So the IRS is worried about ssdi and SSI, but no, you're missing the point, Crystal. Let me explain it real quick before I leave, okay? Because I have 4 minutes, and I need to be on time for my appointment. The IRS is not worried, Crystal, about fucking people on SSDI and SSI buying TVs. No. If you were paying attention, did I stutter when I said they don't give two shits about people buying useless crap? What I said was, pay attention. Anyone who fucking bankrolls the money like grandma, who's got $10,000 in stimulus money sitting in her bank, not touching it. Those are the ones they don't want to give any more money to. The ones on retirement survivors on Direct Express never touch their money. They're sitting on it. They're afraid to spend it. They're afraid the entire world's going to crumble, so they need the money. But what if the entire world crumbles and the banking systems collapse? They lose their Direct Express card. See where I'm going with? That's why I say stockpile supplies. Now, people like me, they know what we spend our money on our stimulus. First check, second check, we bought supplies. Third check, they know supplies are coming. They don't want me to stimulate, say, Target or Amazon or Walmart to get supplies. I always buy supplies. Veterans and railroad are the same thing. They're buying supplies. You see where I'm going with this? They're literally buying supplies, right? You see where I'm going with this? You buy supplies, you're going to get through to December. They don't want it. They want you to go and waste money because the capitalists are saying our country is going down the shitter. Our banks are, we're going down the shitter. No one's going to the malls. No one's going to Best Buy. No one's doing this. We got overhead to cover. So what are they doing? They're pushing for the government to release these funds to the people that are stupid that will spend the money foolishly. Ones that are smart enough to not spend it foolishly, they're basically turning around people and not giving anyone the money. Plain and simple. Did I stutter? Did I answer it? I got 2 minutes now. Did I answer that question? So if you're one of these that's going to buy supplies, you got fucked. If you're one of these that's going to hoard your money, you got fucked. If you're one of these people that are going to go buy cell phones, laptops, desktops, video games, TVs, hell, they like you. And now they're talking about a fourth stimulus check, making it more targeted. You bankroll it, no money for you. If you're going to spend it on foolish crap because this is a capitalist way of thinking to make money, give it to them. If you're going to buy supplies, fuck them. Plain and simple. All right. So please add and subscribe. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestions, like, subscribe button, social funding for your family, including your dogs, cats, your bunnies, service dogs. Thanks for watching. God bless you and everything you do.